Do you know how many types of property exist in Malaysia?
What's up everyone, welcome to VC. My name is Vincent.
And I'm Chloe.
Today's topic will be about the types of property in Malaysia.
So before we go into today's topic, do you know that there are actually quite a number of different properties in Malaysia?
Yeah, initially it was just bungalows, terraces, apartments. Now in the market you see Soho, and then semi-D, townhouse, and all that new thing, many more. So today let's go through these common properties that we see in Malaysia.
Firstly, let's start off with landed properties, bungalows. Bungalows are pretty common in Malaysia. This type of property refers to a standalone house that is located on top of its own land and do not attach to other units, which offer privacy and luxury.
Bungalows have been the dream of many homeowners due to the huge garden that circle around the house. Parking spaces also will never ever be the problem, even if you buy the third car, fourth car, or many more. But of course, with all of these benefits, it will come with a bigger price tag.
The next landed property will be semi-detached properties. Now, semi-detached properties are also commonly known as semi-Ds. They are basically referred to a bungalow that shares one common wall in the middle with adjoining units where two houses make into one bigger house. If you ever see two houses joined together side by side, where the garden and yard is only at one side of the house, then you know what a semi-detached house is. Plus, these two units mirror one and another. These are considered high-end residential units because of the relatively big space that they offer.
So the third property will be none other than the most common landed properties, drop room. The terrace house. A terrace house is primarily referred to any kind of landed property that is placed side by side. As the result, one terrace house is always linked to the other one, where it can be either single story or double stories. The terrace houses are ideal for first-time home buyer or those looking to change from high-rise to landed property, and often come with a lower price tag. Have you heard about the link house or super link house though?
Many people always assume that a terrace house, link house, and a super link house are the same, but technically they're not wrong though. They are generally the same with only one minor difference, which is their size. Now, the price point of these three properties will be different as they will depend on their build-up and the land area of the house. Terrace houses are usually smaller of them all. Link houses are larger than terrace house, while super link is the largest among them both. Now let's talk about townhouse. Have you heard about townhouse before? A townhouse is basically two homes in one, whereby two units will be stacked on top of each other or attached side by side. However, it looks like a single home from outside, which means, for example, a lower floor is owned by owner A while level 1 is owned by owner B. Interesting, kan?
Damn, that's cool, yeah. But kan, these units share the same entrance and porch area, while some have separate entrances either from the front, back, or side by side. Layout may also be different. These units are ideal for families who want to live together, such as younger families and their parents, while still having their own private spaces. The main disadvantages of the townhouses is you might end up with a neighbor that you don't like. The ground floor units are generally smaller but have the convenience of entering their homes through the ground floor, a necessity for families with older folks.
So next, we will be talking about apartments versus flats. Flats and apartments are basically high-rise developments in Malaysia that has existed for ages. Both of these properties offer affordable from middle to low-end units.
A flat is a non-gated and guarded 5-story walk-up residence with outdoor parking and no other facility. Flats have a very simple design and often do not have balcony. Plus, they do not have lifts, but only stairs. These are the typical shorter in height compared to apartments.
Meanwhile, an apartment is gated and guarded and is over 5-story tall. Sometimes it comes with lifts and is attached to an outdoor parking space. They have basic facilities such as playgrounds and landscaping. The maintenance fee and the service charges will be also lower than condominiums. To compare with a flat building, an apartment will definitely be more costly. Yet the lack of amenities to compare with the higher-end condominiums or service apartments is the parking space are outdoors and might not be covered. Some even lack facilities like swimming pools.
Now, after talking about the apartments and flats, the next high-rise property will be everyone's favorite, the condominium. The condominium units are usually owned by private individuals and managed under the Condo Communities Homeowner Association. Condominiums are basically a high-end building which comes with a residential title in Malaysia due to the full facility service that they offer, including gym, swimming pool, and many more, like high security system and indoor or basement car park. That's very good.
Among the criteria to be fulfilled before development can be considered as a condominium is that it has to be development in 1 acre land or above. However, since these type of buildings are managed by the Homeowner Association, there are rules applied to these building units. One of the rules is that pets are not allowed, so you have to say goodbye to your furry little friend in order to move in.
If you haven't heard about these service apartments, on the other hand, they are usually commercial property. Service residents are essentially high-end, fully furnished apartments that are rented out for short or long term to those who want a flexible living arrangement. So there is no additional efforts involved in the upkeeps or maintenance. Service apartments include facilities like security services, hotel amenities, for example, the front desk concierge, main lobby, housekeeping, parking, towel, saucepan, and etc. These apartments are either attached to shopping malls or shop lots that are equipped with all sorts of facilities for unit residents.
Good. Now, the cons of this type of property is the rental cost here is sky high due to the strategic location. You're living on top of a shopping mall, so what do you expect?
But at the same time, the utility bill is also more expensive here, so a service apartment has the higher potential of appreciation due to its strategic location. Its location needs to be strategic to ensure the maximum amount of traffic inflow so that they have a better rental income too. So, of course, a higher end commercial property will have a higher cost like water, utility bill for commercial properties are usually higher. Then the property assessment tax, the cukai pintu, and also quit rent cukai tanah is also higher.
Now, the 9th property will be Penthouse. Technically, you will see penthouse often in high-rise residential buildings. A penthouse basically refers to the topmost unit and typically takes up an entire floor or at least half of the floor. Although in previous developments, penthouse were single-story, the trends now have changed and now most penthouses are double-story homes. There are usually only a single penthouse within a single block of high-rise building, making it the most expensive unit.
So let's talk about the duplex and loft. It's a double-story accommodation within a high-rise building. Have you heard that before? This concept is also kinda new and is more popular in high-density areas due to the lack of double-story landed properties. While this unit is a more spacious and luxurious alternative compared to a service residence or condominiums, younger generation would love this concept due to its interesting and modern design.
Yeah, I like it.
So let's come to the 12th property will be the SOS, the small office. Let's put it all together into the same category then. They are Soho, Sovo, and Sofo. So the first one is Soho. It stands for small office, home office, while the Sovo means small office, virtual or versatile office, and the Sofo refers to the small office, flexible office.
The Soho units can be used as either offices or homes. they come with residential or commercial titles. So 4 units, on the other hand, are used as offices, as they are invented as flexible office because a selected number of the units have breaking points in the wall to enlarge the space. Technically, it can be used as office, home, or both. Lastly, Solvo is no difference besides their names, but can only be used for commercial purposes only.
So after we talk about the properties that we can stay in, let's talk about the shop lots and retail lots now. These are another example of different names but offer more or less the same thing. Retail lots are typically shop lots in a shopping mall, while shops are usually shop lots in commercial areas, and they are also included in the office lots too. Both can be also held by the developer to be leased out, and both also can be sold by the developer to buyers. Shops and retail lots have more stable tenants compared to residential tenants. Also, they need less renovation in order to be rented out.
Moreover, if the location is good, investors may be able to generate positive cash flow in long term, and they have higher potential when it comes to capital appreciation. Even though shops and retail lots are good investment properties, they come with higher investment costs too. But you definitely get less hassle compared to renting out a residential property.
So last but not least, the big building category, warehouse. A warehouse is a commercial building for storage of goods. Warehouse also used by manufacturers, importers, exporters, wholesalers, transport businesses, and also custom and etc. They are usually large plain buildings in industrial areas of cities and towns. Most companies will opt to have their administration office at the warehouse.
On the other hand, a factory or manufacturing plant is an industrial site usually consisting of buildings and machineries, or more commonly a complex having several buildings where workers manufacture goods or operates machines processing one product into another. Also, they are usually located in the industrial areas, which is further away from cities and towns.
So just to cut it short, industrial buildings are categorized into 4 types, which they are heavy manufacturing, light assembly, bulk warehouses, and also the flex industrial. That's cool. Research and development facilities are the specialized type of industrial building. So here's the end of the video, everyone. Thank you for watching. If you gained some new knowledge of the types of property in Malaysia, please do give it a like and comment down below what kind of content you would love us to do. Subscribe if you want to know more about property related content. We are welcoming you to join the VC family. And we will see you in the next video.
Ciao!